Event 2, Scramble, is a 4-time workout with a time cap of 8 minutes for all divisions. This workout will be performed on floor 2 during day 1 of the competition. Movement standards are as follows. The deadlift is performed by lifting the barbell from the ground to the waist or thigh by reaching full extension of the knees, hips, and arms. The body must reach this lockout position each time for a repetition to count. The barbell must be returned to the ground for each rep. Bent arm bouncing or dribbling of the barbell is not allowed. Failure to meet the movement standard will result in a no rep, and that rep performed will not count towards the total number of reps required for the movement. A sumo deadlift is not allowed during this workout. Box jump. The box jump is performed by jumping with 2 feet from the floor and then landing on top of the box with both feet standing up to full extension of the knees and hips. The body must reach this lockout position for a repetition to count. A step down from the box is required during each movement. If an athlete jumps off the box, that will result in a no rep, and the last rep performed will not count towards the total number of repetitions required for the movement. The use of the hands to aid in reaching the top of the box is not allowed. However, if required to aid during the step down, athletes may use their hands during that portion of the movement. Stepping up is not allowed during this workout. Handstand walk. The handstand walk is performed by kicking up to your hands and moving across the floor a prescribed distance. The floor will be broken into 5 9-foot sections totaling to 45 feet. Athletes will handstand walk down the floor 45 feet and then return back 45 feet in order to complete the prescribed distance for the handstand walk movement. Athletes must kick up to both hands clearly behind the section marker for the repetition to count. Failure to do so will result in a no rep, and the athlete must repeat the handstand walk attempt from the beginning of that section. For a section to count, the athletes must pass the ending part of the section with both hands clearly beyond the section markers. If an athlete fails to get 2 hands across the section line, that is a no rep, and they must repeat the last failed section. Walking backwards is not allowed. Athletes must stay in their lane during the handstand walk movement. Moving out of their lane is a no rep, and an athlete will have to repeat the last section. Toes to bar. Toes to bar is performed by starting from the rig in a dead hang position, arms fully extended and legs off the ground, and finishing with the athlete making contact with the pull-up bar with both their feet at the same time. Between movements, the feet must clearly pass behind the vertical plane of the hanging athlete. Failure to do so will result in a no rep. Any part of the feet may touch the bar as long as they touch at the same time. Failure to touch the bar or failure to make contact with the bar with both feet at the same time will result in a no rep, and that rep performed will not count towards the total number of reps required for the movement. Individual workout flow goes as follows. On the command of 3, 2, 1, go, the athlete moves to the barbell and performs 21 deadlifts. Once complete, the athlete moves to the box and performs 15 box jumps with a step down. Once complete, the athlete performs a 90-foot handstand walk by completing 2 45-foot sections, broken into 5 9-foot segments. Open athletes during this portion of the workout will move to the rig and perform 20 toes to bar instead of a handstand walk. Once complete, the athlete moves back to the box and performs 15 box jumps with a step down. Once complete, the athlete moves to the barbell and performs 21 deadlifts. Then the athlete crosses the finish line. Team workout flow goes as follows. 3, 2, 1, go. Athlete A will move to the barbell and perform 30 deadlifts. Once complete, athlete A moves to the box and performs 20 box jumps with a step down. Once complete, athlete A performs a 90-foot handstand walk, completed in 2 45-foot sections. Open athletes during this portion of the workout will move to the rig and perform 20 toes to bar instead of a handstand walk. Once athlete A completes their 3 movements, they will run down to the start line and tag athlete B. Once tagged, athlete B will then run down to perform a 90-foot handstand walk. If the athlete is an open athlete, they will perform 20 toes to bar instead of the handstand walk. The athlete will then move to the box and perform 20 box jumps with a step down. And finally, athlete B moves to the barbell and performs 30 deadlifts. Athlete B then crosses the finish line. Workout notes. The highest number of athletes or teams in a heat will be 8. There will be 8 lane markers for each lane. The start lane will be red cones. The handstand walk segment will be broken into 5 9-foot sections equaling 45 feet. Each 9-foot section counts as 1 repetition. The start and finish lines of the handstand walk distance, totaling 45 feet, will be blue cones. Orange cones will divide the lanes and the internal 9-foot segments. For teams, athlete B must remain behind the start line until athlete A has completed their movements and has tagged them behind the start line. Time stops when the athlete or last team member crosses the finish line. The tie-break time will be the time to finish the handstand walk for individuals and the time for athlete A to complete their section of the workout for teams.